Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And we are going back to Skyborry cider. These guys here, Adam and Danny, Skyborry cider. I'm going to say Skyborry because that's what it looks like. So I was given this by Adam when I was there. Kingston Black, Stoke Red, Browns and Yarlington Mill blend. The Knighton cider, 6.5%, 2019, written on in Biro. Gotta love that. And yeah, I'm not sure if this stuff is even available anymore. I think it was maybe left over from that vintage, so he let me have a bottle. I certainly didn't buy any. So yeah, so who knows? This might be just a bit of fun, but you know, as I said before, it's worth trying stuff just to get an idea of the sort of stuff that these guys are doing. Oh, here's Raymond the Wasp. He seems to sense my presence every time I come in here. He comes and joins me. All right, Raymond, you all right? He looks fine. Right, so yeah, good blend. Kingston Black, bit of sharp. Stoke Red, bit of sweet. Browns, sharp. And Yarlington Mill, bit of sweet. All classic cider varietals. Pop. Smoking gun. There you go, look at that. So it's definitely fizzy, this one. No cork, just crown cap. Nice colour. So it looks like it's made with the proper cider apples, doesn't it? Look at the colour of that. Fabulous. So lovely bubbles. Head disappeared quite fast, but the bubbles look really nice and fine. Hazy, beautiful amber. Yep, looking forward to this. Looking forward to this. I do like the sound of that blend. Don't know what the proportions are, but no matter. Yep. Yeah, sort of like caramel, apple, baked apple, sweated apple. Actually, it's quite a rich, ripe red apple smell on there as well. Actually, nice. Sort of skins. Doesn't smell sweet. I mean, I'm not smelling anything that makes me think sweet. Doesn't mean it won't be sweet. I'm just not smelling anything that I necessarily associate with sweet. I did say toffee and caramel actually, but there was hints of acidity on the nose. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. There was hints of acidity when you first pour things out to when you've finished the last bit of the bottle. It changes so much. It changes so much. So to be honest, when you open the bottle and taste it straight away, it isn't always that representative. What I have to put notes in on the screen afterwards, the things I picked up at a later date. But lovely smelling, classic sort of like sweated apples. By sweated I mean when they sit. When you allow them to sit a while before you scrap them and press them, you can let them sweat for quite a long time. That's called sweating. Sort of sit there until you feel they're ready to press. Because they may come off the tree, but it doesn't mean you might pick them. It doesn't mean they're necessarily ready to press. So apparently, the best way to do it is if you press them and your thumb goes in and it leaves a thumbprint, sort of an indentation, if you like. That means they're ready to scrap and press. But you leave them to sit to get to that condition. Sometimes that's called sweating the apples. So that's what I mean when I say sweated apple. So if you think of if you've been somewhere where apples have been sitting for a long period of time, like in baskets like my mum's shed, which I talk about a lot, that sweated apple, that aroma of apples which are sitting there, which is a very distinct aroma, a very nice aroma. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about sweated apples, and that's what I'm getting off this, and I get off a lot of these sorts of traditional cider varietals. Yeah, let's try it. Lovely fine bubbles, in fact. Oh, is it dry? I think it's just almost bone dry, but not quite. Tannins, not too aggressive actually. Nice acidity, but the browns will bring that, as will the Kingston Black. I'm getting a bit of orange on the nose again, actually. I've been getting orange a lot on things lately. I'm definitely getting a bit of orange on the nose now, so it's opening up and changing as it sits there. Yep, some orange. The sides from these guys are actually quite light in texture. I'm getting this like yeast character now on the palate as well. So yeah, the ones I've had so far. So this is a good reason to try them because they're not super rich, sort of thick, viscous, rich kind of ciders. They're lighter. I don't say aperitif because that makes it sound like it's too sort of simple and too light. But they have a lightness about them, a lightness of character. You know, big mousses, not decent minerality, a little bit of acidity. There's a lightness about them on the palate, Okay, it's not like drinking a dessert. It's like drinking something a bit lighter than that. It's almost like a bit airier than that. So yeah. So the acidity, I don't think this is quite dry. I feel like it's just a merest hint of a little bit of sweetness. I mean, it almost doesn't. I almost can't perceive it's sweet. It's so subtle, but it's there. It's there, which is nice because that gentle acidity matches that very, very subtle sweetness. It's got a great apple character, sweated apple character. It's aged apple skins. The acidity is quite gentle. It feels more like almost like a lactic, very gentle citric or a lactic acidity. So not super mouth puckering. It's not like lemon. You know, it's not mouth puckering or malic. It's not as aggressive as that. Lovely balanced cider. Very delicate. Yeah, lovely nose, and it is getting more of an orange character on the nose, which I really like. But behind that's that sweated apple acidity. Yeah, it's nice. It's a really good cider. Very delicate though, and I think again, is it hot weather almost? I mean, it's not super austere, but I think sort of on a really hot day, a glass of this would be really good. Really good, you know. I think this would go well with lots of different foods as well. Actually, I really do. It's got character, but it's light as well. So there you go. More nice stuff from Skyberry cider. Still got a couple to try. Actually, I think more than a couple. I've got at least, well, maybe I've only got one more to try. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe this is the second to last one. Anyway, I've got so many ciders to try, I can't keep up. So there you go. A nice, light, delicate, yet complex cider from Skyberry. They're Knighton Cider, which is the village where they are. Next to Skyberry, which is another village next to where they are. Just to confuse you. All right, guys, there you go. Thank you for joining me in my shed. Hope you join me again. But until then, cheers.